Testing 1, 2. Welcome everybody on the live stream. Hey Mark. About 8 minutes and 10 seconds until tip-off. I have no idea if they'll do national anthem or starting lineups. We are in Iola playing playing Marmaton Valley. So what? Okay, about 3 minutes, something like that. Perfect. Welcome everybody on the live stream. Should be up and running. We are about 7.5 minutes until tip-off.
Get a new suitcase, Dan?
I did, sort of.
Looks like a duffel bag to me.
It is a duffel bag, yeah. All right, thanks. Hey, Mark and everybody on the live stream, the Indians play next Monday night at Pleasanton. Just a little reminder, it's not a Tuesday night game, it is a Monday night game. So it'll be Monday and Friday next week. Thank you. Is that Thursday? Yeah, actually everybody, and Mark, there's a Thursday makeup game, boys only, at St. Paul at 6 p.m. So Monday and Friday for the girls and boys. Monday, Thursday, and Friday for the boys. And Thursday's makeup game with the boys only versus Frontenac will be at 6 p.m. Everybody listening on the live stream, that is next week's schedule. Welcome everybody to the Indians play Marmaton Valley here in the mid-season tournament, the Yates Center mid-season tournament. It's been kind of a travel week for us, new Yates Center tournament, but the games was played in Humboldt, Marmaton Valley, and Iola. Monday night, the Indians traveled to Marmaton Valley to play Iola, where the girls had a nice victory there, and then followed up last night versus Humboldt at Humboldt, and tonight Marmaton Valley to Iola. They split the venues up and split the teams up into 4-team round robin play in order to, because of COVID restrictions and guest in attendance, I suppose, Ross.
Nice court, nice facility, other than the bleachers are a little small, obviously, so we're going to pack them in tight, hopefully.
Yeah, just one-sided bleachers here tonight. The restriction for 4 teams, I believe Acacia, Ross, we alluded to it last night, it doesn't take effect until after next Friday, I believe, where there's going to be 4 guests allowed, where they kind of ease the restrictions a little bit, and there's going to be 4 per participant. So that's cheerleaders, players, band, whichever the case may be. So after next Friday, it'll be a little bit more crowded in the gymnasiums, and it's been real nice so far. I mean, real nice. People have been abiding by the rules of just 2 parents per gym. It's been easy to social distance in the gym so far.
Yeah, and it'll be nice to maybe have a little bit bigger crowd, give it a little bit more of a more fun high school basketball atmosphere that everybody comes to expect over the years, and I think the kids will really like it.
About 2 minutes and 50 seconds until tip-off. The girls try to stay perfect here tonight versus Marmaton Valley. They've had nice victories to start the tournament at Iola, and then a tough, hard-fought victory last night at Humboldt. So we'll see if any fatigue for the Lady Indians, and it was a hard-fought ball game where they trailed for 2.5 quarters in that ball game, but they really came back about halfway through that third period, led by a couple threes by Sophia Albertini, followed up by a 3 by Elise Doherty. Really changed the tide for the Lady Indians, and really, truthfully, the second half is just a matter of time before they got going offensively, hopefully, but the second half, their defense really led the way to me, Ross.
Well, and that's obviously the theme, it seems like, for the St. Paul Indians, where defense always leads the way for the Lady Indians. It was really kind of a grinder kind of a game, Dan. The offense was just kind of sluggish and struggling that first half. I think they shot 8% the first quarter and 20% for the half. But you also know that the Indians are too good to shoot that bad all night long. In that second half, they hit that 40% mark like we talk about. And man, when you hit 3 threes in a row, all of a sudden, that's a 9-point swing. That sure changes the tide of the game, and that's what happened. And then they never really looked about. I mean, Humboldt kept. They didn't really. Lady Indians really didn't look back at that point.
And honestly, that's kind of a rarity. The Indians shot 33% in that second half from beyond the arc, and that's kind of a rarity. Not a real big outside shooting team. At least hasn't been so far. Got a lot of good shooters, just no real set down, knock down 3-point shooter. We got 5, 6, 7, 8 girls that can get at any given time can hit a 3, Ross, but just not that knockdown outside person.
Yeah, we probably, when other teams scout us, they don't have that one girl that they say, hey, we can't let that girl shoot, whenever she gets it. Like you said, we just have a lot of very solid shooters, and on any given night, one of them can get hot and make knockdown shots, and if we can get 2 girls going at the same time, doesn't matter which 2, but if we get 2 going on the same night, we're in pretty good shape.
Yeah, Humboldt, very scrappy girls team. They've won quite a few games this year. I think 3 or 4 losses on the season, but the 2 games previous to ours, I had noticed they had both won in overtime, so they was used to hard-fought close games, and the Lady Indians really had to scrap their way through that one as we get set to get underway. Let's see whose basketball it's going to be. It's going to be Marmaton Valley basketball to start the game. On the floor for the Lady Indians is Josie Harris, Claire Bradshaw, Sophia Albertini, Emerald Struthers, and Elise Doherty, 3 juniors and 2 sophomores as we get set to start underway. And we are underway as Adams for Marmaton Valley puts the ball in play. And already I don't have a number 25 on the, oh, excuse me, I'm looking at the wrong roster. That's
Haley
why.
Becker.
Out of bounds, but it's going to stay with Marmaton Valley as they set to put the ball in play.
Be nice to see the Lady Indians come out, and we talk about this every night, but hit a few good shots early and get the rhythm going.
2-pointer on the way, no good. That shot put up by Grenier. Right back down comes the Indians. Josie Harris right to the rim, knocks to the floor. No whistle, no foul, no harm, and it goes right back to the Wildcats of Marmaton Valley. Becker with the basketball for the Wildcats. Drives to her left. Albertini hits the give and go. Shot up and good. A good shot by Grenier as she scores and gets Marmaton Valley a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, the freshman for Marmaton Valley did a nice job catching it in traffic, and it wasn't an easy shot, even though it was down low, and made it.
Bradshaw fakes the 3, dribbles towards the left elbow, kicks it up top to Elise Doherty. Doherty to her left to Albertini. Marmaton Valley in a man-to-man to start the ball game. Doherty into the lane, kicks it out to Struthers. Struthers with her left hand to the right, all the way to the rim, shot up, rolls off, no good. A rebound, Marmaton Valley.
Yeah, from the angle she was shooting from, maybe using the backboard would help that one a little bit.
Becker with the basketball, up to Grenier, swings it around to Ard. Back to Grenier. Grenier inside to number 22, Scharf. Shot up and put in there, and Marmaton Valley out to a 4-0 lead.
Yeah, we double teamed the girl with the basketball in the post, and she made a nice pass over her shoulder to the offside block, and there was nobody covering her, and easy basket from Marmaton Valley.
So another sluggish start for the Lady Indians as Marmaton Valley out to a 4-0 lead with 6:14 left to go here in the first. Harris picks up her dribble, swings it over to Albertini. Albertini down to corner to Bradshaw. Bradshaw drives the baseline right around her person, shot up and in there. Good drive by Claire, and gets the Indians within 2.
Nice job on the baseline and soft touch to get it in the basket.
4-2, Marmaton Valley leads. Grenier with the basketball, swings it all the way around to the left to Becker. Becker gets poked away, and Albertini with the steal. Albertini dribbles it off of Becker's toe, retrieves it as she hustles down the court, swings it ahead to Bradshaw. Bradshaw wide open three-pointer off the back iron, looked good. It was lined up, no rebounders in there, and it goes right back to Marmaton Valley. Becker to right wing to Ard. Ard whips it back up top. 2 Ards in the game, Allison and Michaela Ard. Shot up underneath the rim as the Indians defense giving too many lanes to the basket, and Allison Ard scores for the Wildcats.
Yeah, all 3 of Marmaton Valley's baskets have been point-blank range right at the basket.
6-2, Marmaton Valley up by 4. 3 subs already at the scores table for the Lady Indians. Albertini, Sophia drives to the basket. She's fouled, and she'll go to the line to shoot too. I'm sure Coach Tuck not real pleased with the defensive effort so far by the Lady Indians, letting too many back cuts. That was a problem against Humboldt, of losing your man and letting them get into the rim. Albertini at the line to shoot 2. The first one on the way off. No good. As she lines up for her second. Chloe Simi.
I say it's nice to see him call a shooting foul though tonight, Dan.
There was very few called last night. Kenna Doherty, Ava Chambers, and Chloe Simi into the game as Albertini's 1 for 2 from the line and cuts the lead at 6-3. Marmaton Valley up by 3. 4:50 left to go in the first period. Ard tries to swing it. Boy, it should have been a carry. Got away with it. Allison Ard with it. Up to Becker. Becker into the lane. Don't lose your man. Back out to Allison Ard. Ard at the right baseline. Cross-court pass to Michaela Ard. Ard flips it back to Becker. All the way around to Ard. Up top to Grenier. Down underneath. Shot up. No good. It's partially blocked. It'll stay with Marmaton Valley.
They're still getting the ball down low pretty deep, Dan.
That was right on the left block. Shot was Michaela Ard from the left block. She missed it. Becker set to put the ball in play. There's a weak side Hatter on the weak side, and it's going to be off of Marmaton Valley to St. Paul. Good thing off the inbound. Somebody lost their man again. They rotated around to that weak side. Same thing Humboldt was doing off the inbounds last night. She was open, but a bad pass, errant pass, went over her head and out of bounds. Albertini lobs it in, and Struthers left vacated the area, and it's a steal, so the Lady Indians continue to struggle offensively. Becker has a knocked out of bounds by Albertini, so it'll stay with Marmaton Valley. Elise Doherty into the game for Albertini. Albertini, I believe, with 8 points last night, Ross?
Yes, she did have 8 points last night.
2 threes, back-to-back threes. It really helped change the tide in that ball game. Becker with the basketball outside the timeline, guarded by Elise Doherty. Swings it down to Ard at right wing. Up top to Grenier. Grenier with the basketball to Ard on the give and go. Shot up, no good. Elise Doherty with the rebound.
Looks like the Indians are pushing the ball a little bit tonight, Dan.
Doherty going to get fouled on the floor, I believe, and it'll be St. Paul basketball under their own rim. It's hard to tell if he's going to call a foul or a travel.
You know, last night we really didn't get a lot of transition baskets, and you know, that was one of the reasons things were a little sluggish, so hopefully tonight we can change that.
Simi shot from the free throw line, off, no good, and no rebounders in there, but Simi follows her shot. Good job by her, and she's fouled on the floor. Second team foul on Marmaton Valley. Indians basketball. Doherty.
Well, they didn't really.
Or Struthers with the basketball. Chloe Simi cross-court pass. Off to Doherty. 3 for Elise. No good. Ava Chambers gets in there for the rebound. Put back. No good. But she's fouled. Good job, offensive rebounds, a little bit something the Indians also have been lacking. So good job by the Lady Indians getting some offensive rebounds.
Yeah, offensive rebound, a lot of times it's just determination and hustle, and Ava did a good job of being in the right place at the right time and going right back up with it.
3:20 left to go here in the first period. 6-3, Marmaton Valley up by 3. Third team foul on Marmaton Valley. Not sure who that foul was on yet, as I think they're getting that up there now.
I think they have 23 on there.
First foul on number 23. Chambers at the line to shoot 2. Chambers settles into the line. First one on its way. Crawls off the rim, no good. So the Indians 1 for 3 from the foul line so far tonight. Subs into the game from Marmaton Valley. Number 2, Scharf. I didn't catch the other number that came in yet. We'll get that on the transition here. Chambers at the line to shoot her second. It's on its way, way off, no good. Bradshaw tips it in the air. Simi chases it down, feeds it back out to Doherty as the Indians reset their offense. As Chambers misses both free throws. Claire Bradshaw with the basketball. Drives to her left, got away with a travel. Chambers turnaround shot good. Good shot by Chambers to get it within 1, 6-5.
Never fails when a team gets away with a travel. They always score the basket right off that possession, don't they, Dan?
Yes, they do. Ard with the basketball shot down inside, high off the backboard, no good. Going to call it out of bounds. It's going to be St. Paul basketball off the top of the backboard. As again, Marmaton Valley got down underneath the basket pretty deep on the Lady Indians.
It'll give Coach Tuck something to talk about in practice next week.
Be a lot to watch on the video after this tournament. It really has been a good mid-season tournament to really break down for Coach Tuck over the weekend for this young Indian squad, and there'll be a lot of learning, and I know they'll improve drastically off of playing this mid-season tournament.
Yeah.
Bradshaw into the lane, shot up, tough shot, no good. Rebound comes out to Grenier, excuse me, for Marmaton Valley. Becker now with it. Elise Doherty slaps it away, tries to save it inbounds, but it's going to be out of bounds. They're doing a lot of give and go. They'll throw it to the guard whips it back up to the point guard, and then cuts to the basket hard. And our girls are like standing in cement. That's how they've been getting to the basket so many of the times. Becker with it. Do a lot of back cutting against this aggressive man-to-man defense.
Well, our girls like to they like to slide off on the help and try to dig the ball out, and sometimes they take that 1/2 step. They're doing such a fast job of cutting, they're getting open down low.
Scharf, throws it into Grenier. She loses it now, still by Becker, as Doherty got it stripped away from her. Shot from the free throw line, short, no good. Chloe Simi with the rebound. And it's a double dribble on Simi, as I don't know if she's trying to give it off to Bradshaw rather than just take the ball down the court. So the Lady Indians still look mighty sluggish here in its first period. 1:50 left to go in the first. They trail Marmaton Valley 6-5. Ard with the basketball, feeds it back to number 24, Grenier. Grenier with it against Kenna Doherty. Up top to number 23, Allison Ard, and it's going to be a travel. And another turnover gives it right back to the Lady Indians. Emerald Struthers into the game, as well as Josie Harris. St. Paul basketball. Oh, Sophia Albertini back into the game also. 1:40 left to go in the first. Indians down by 1. Doherty right wing off to Bradshaw. Bradshaw off to Struthers. Struthers with her left hand drives into the lane in front of the rim. Shot up and right through there. Good shot by Struthers to get her first 2 of the game, and the Indians take their first lead of the game, 7-6 with 1:18 left to go in the first. Becker with the basketball. I don't know, she lost it. Stolen away by Doherty. Feeds it to Struthers. Struthers streaks down the right side of the floor, crosses over to the right elbow, cross court pass to Albertini. Passed on the 3, drives inside, left-handed layup, good, as she did the right thing, pulled it down, went right straight to the basket, and Sophia gives the Indians a 3-point lead, 9-6.
Yeah, she wanted to fire up to 3, and then she decided to pass up. She really wanted to pass it down to the corner. And
Grenier throws it out of bounds. A turnover gives it right back to the Lady Indians. Bradshaw set to put the ball in play and does so to Sophia Albertini with 42 seconds left to go in the first. Indians lead 9-6. Albertini bounce pass to the elbow to Struthers. Kicks it back to Albertini. Left wing up top to Harris. Sets her feet long. 3-pointer. Good. Josie Harris bangs down a 3 with her first 3 of the night. 3 points of the night.
Nice job of just catching it in rhythm and having your feet set and putting it right in the basket.
There, as number 10 checks into the game. Nope, number 11. Newman checks into the, or is that 20?
Yeah.
I'll get the number right. Yeah, it's number 11. Newman checks into the game for Marmaton Valley. Ends with 8.1 seconds left to go in the first period. Harris with the basketball, 6'5". She drives in all the way into the lane, loses it, gets it back, kind of passed it to herself, and she scores before the buzzer. 105. The Lady Indians to start the second period. Elise Doherty, Sophia Albertini, Josie Harris, Ava Chambers, and Emerald Struthers.
Yeah, we talk about that 40% shooting mark, Dan. We shot 50% for the first quarter. That's why we got the 8-point lead.
And it was a pretty sluggish start at that, so the Indians really warmed up about halfway through the first period.
Yeah, we hit 4 in a row.
Valley. Out to Newman. Newman drives towards the baseline, kicks back up to Becker. Becker tries to hit the cutter, slapped right back in her face. Newman, backside, wide open, layup, good, and she's fouled. Somebody left their person at Grenier to score and go to the line for the and one. Nobody, that was part of the problem last night. They went across court to help on the ball side. It left the weak side wide open. And Marmaton Valley found that weak side person. And she misses the free throw, does and travels it. She tries to cross back over to her right hand. So a turnover gives it right back to the Wildcats of Marmaton Valley. Full court pressure applied by the Lady Indians.
First time we've seen full court pressure tonight, Dan. See how the Wildcats handle it.
As they have a little trouble get the ball inbounds. Becker with it, finally feeds it in over the top. Drives to the right, shot on the way, short, no good. Sophia Albertini with the rebound. She pushes the ball down the court. Pulls up, feeds it back to Harris. Harris up above the timeline, right wing to Albertini, top of the key to Doherty, swings it around to Struthers. Back to Harris, to the baseline to Albertini, thought about the 3, drives into the lane, kicks it out to Chambers, down to the opposite corner to Harris, but she's fouled on the floor. I believe that's going to be on 20, I believe that's going to be on Becker. 23, excuse me, it is not. It's on Allison Hard, her second. Team foul number 5 on Marmaton Valley. 6:46 left to go.
Movement, probably the best all night.
Chambers shot blocked, tried to get it back, and it's going to be out on the Indians and go to Marmaton Valley. Chambers had it blocked on the inbounds, tried to chase it down herself, goes out of bounds, and to Marmaton Valley. Inlet pass to Becker, right wing, over to Grenier. Grenier all the way into the basket. Layup no good. Backside rebound to Simi, and she drags her foot. She should have just took off dribbling.
Yeah, she was bumped. It wasn't a foul, but she was bumped a little bit coming down and just had trouble regaining her balance and just kind of dragged that foot a little bit.
Timeout, Marmaton Valley. With that, we'll take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to St. Paul basketball on Hot 105. welcome back. Marmaton Valley basketball under their own rim. Grenier with the basketball, whips it on the block, and it's 14-10, 4-point lead for the Indians.
Nice little run Marmaton Valley's having right here. Indians need a basket to stop the bleeding.
Harris short on the shot. Rebound comes out to Marmaton Valley.
Nice drive by Josie. She went right to the basket, and we had a little right-handed layup, but just couldn't get it to fall.
Right wing, number 4 into the game, Lawson for Marmaton Valley. Becker now with it. Marmaton Valley can cut into this 4-point lead by the Lady Indians. Grenier with it. Grenier, a nice looking ball player, just a freshman for Marmaton Valley. Becker bumped, she's gonna get fouled. 40 back into the game for Semi and Harris. Marmaton Valley basketball. Becker feeds it in to Lawson into the backcourt. Via Indians of St. Paul as number 23, Allison Ard checks back in for Marmaton Valley for Newman. Sophia Albertini with the basketball. Feeds it right wing to Kenna Doherty. Doherty up top to Struthers. Struthers to Kenna Doherty. She looks inside, feeds the top of the key to Albertini. Off to Elise Doherty, drives in, nice drive to the basket, shot up, gets the roll, and scores.
Yeah, nice job by Kenna to get the roll on that one.
Elise.
Or Elise, I'm sorry, yeah.
First 2 of the games by Struthers. It'll stay with Marmaton Valley. Grenier set to put the ball in play, hands it off to Allison Ard. Ard, a junior, to Becker, back to Ard, shot up and in. There's that give and go as they blazed right back past the Indian defender, as the Indians not doing a good job of seeing the basketball and their man, Elise Doherty. They must have watched a little
report on it. Oh,
that's
traveled.
A walk on Struthers, too many steps. And a turnover on the Indians, 16-12 with 4:21 left to go here in the second period.
After only having 3 turnovers the whole first quarter, we've already got 4 here in the second, Dan. Something needed to be clean that up a little bit and get some shots.
Becker with the basketball, all right past Albertini, misses it. Rebound popped around. Albertini comes out of there with it. Now off her foot, ball's loose on the floor. Jump ball, possession or arrow towards Marmaton Valley. Harris and Bradshaw back into the game for the Lady Indians. Becker set to put the ball in play for the Indians. Whips it inbounds, cross court pass over to Ard. Michaela Ard. Give and go back to Grenier, kicks it back out up top to number 5 to Becker. Becker tries to whip it inside. St. Paul basketball, 3:48 left to go here in the second. They're up by 4, 16-12. Into Chambers at the left elbow. She drives to her left, kicks it out to Harris. 3 on the way. In and out, no good. Rims out, and Becker with the rebound for Marmaton Valley.
10 points for Grenier here in the first half. Like you said, Dan, a very good looking freshman for Marmaton Valley.
2, 4, 6, 8 points for her, 8 of the 14. 16-14, Marmaton Valley trails by 2. Harris with the basketball, left wing over to Kenna Doherty. Can't miss them, as luckily chases down her own rebound. Good drive to the basket, but she didn't finish. Now she drives into traffic, and there's going to be a block on Becker for Marmaton Valley.
You know, the last 2 games, Dan, it seems like we've missed more point-blank layup shots than we have all season.
Valley, number 11. Raven Kegler, a young freshman in the ball game for the Wildcats too. Pass in to Harris. Harris with the basketball, dribbles towards the top of the key with her left hand and resets up the timeline. Kicks the cutter to Albertini. The help's there. Left-handed shot, no good. Out of bounds and goes back to Marmaton Valley. They have a chance to tie or take the lead with 2:36 left to go in the second. Marmaton Valley basketball. Indians kind of got out of that press. I'm not real sure why. Not that they caused a lot of turnovers, but could be away. Here come the double team. Now they come off of it. Ard with it. Back to Michaela Ard, to Allison Ard. Back up top to Becker. She loses it into the backcourt. Harris chases it down, and there's going to be a foul on the play. 7th team foul. That's going to send Josie Harris to the line to shoot the front end of a 1-and-1. Harris at the line to shoot the front end of a 1-and-1. 7th team foul on Marmaton Valley. First on Newman for Marmaton. Harris at the line to shoot the front end of a 1-and-1. It's up and through there. She settles in for her second. Harris at the line, settles in. It's on its way, gets the roll. Looked to be short, but it crawls over the rim, and Harris with 7 points on the night.
Nice soft shooter's touch for Josie on that last free throw.
Back up to a 4-point lead for the Indians, knocked out of bounds by Harris, and it'll stay with Marmaton Valley. Inside, same play, backside rebound by Newman, shot back up over the top, no good. Harris with the rebound. Pretty simple inbounds play, but it seems to be effective. Kenna Doherty with the basketball, up top to Harris, ball fake, drives in, jump shot from the elbow, off, no good. Rebound Marmaton Valley. Becker with the basketball, 1:44 left to go in the first half. And again, it was on the back cut where they came open. First 2 points by Newman. Kenna Doherty with the basketball, stolen away by Marmaton Valley on a too-far cross-court pass. Grenier, turn, no good, but she's fouled. She'll go line shoot 2. Grenier at the line to shoot 2. The young freshman. She settles in at the line. First shot on as she looks to tie the score at 18 with 1:20 left to go here in the first half.
Yeah, Marmaton Valley's done a nice job here in the second quarter, Dan. They're passing the ball down low. All their shots are pretty close to the basket. The freshman here has done a nice job scoring for them.
The Lady Indians. Bradshaw kicks it off to Chambers, up top to Doherty, swings it over to Albertini. 3-point on the way, 3-pointer on the way. Short, no good, out of bounds, and it goes back to Marmaton Valley. Marmaton Valley basketball, 18-17, 1:07 left to go in the second. Boy, Marmaton Valley's coach is fiery.
Yeah, their last 5 shots, Dan.
Becker with the basketball for Marmaton Valley. Spins to her left, tries to feed it inside. Nice pass inside, foul. That's going to send number 23, Allison Ard. Again, the help came to stop Becker. Nobody rotated over, and it's just like a broken record. And that's going to send Allison Ard. Marmaton Valley has a chance to retake the lead. Settles in at the line. Second free throw. 55.8 seconds left to go, and Marmaton Valley has overcome the 8-point deficit, taking a 1-point lead, 19-18. Albertini with it, off to Harris. Harris up to Bradshaw. 1-3-1 zone applied now by Marmaton Valley. Sophia short, no good. Ball's loose on the floor, and it's going to be a foul on Harris. 16 foul on the Indians. And I know there's 17 fouls on Marmaton Valley because Josie Harris shot a miss.
I think you're right, Dan.
Either that or they mistakenly let her shoot the 1-1. The scoreboard shows 16 fouls on each. Probably not going to matter with 30 seconds left to go in the first half. Marmaton Valley with a chance to extend their lead here. Grenier with the basket wide open all by herself, but it goes over her head, off her fingertips, and out of bounds.
Yeah, that's one I'm sure they'd like to have back because that was going to be a uncontested shot right at the basket.
Albertini with the basketball, 17 seconds, 15 seconds left. Up, tough shot, too hard, no good. And it's going to be a jump ball possession error towards the Indians with 4.5 seconds left to go. It's been forever and a day since the Indians have scored.
That's their last 7 baskets.
Albertini feeds it in over the top to Harris. Harris to Bradshaw. Bradshaw shot at the buzzer, off the backboard, in and out, no good. And at halftime, Marmaton Valley leads by one, 19-18. We'll be back after this 2-minute timeout. You're listening to St. Paul basketball on Hot 105. Welcome back to Iola Middle School, where the Lady Indians taking on Marmaton Valley. And third period took a 6-point lead, I think, at one time, 6 or 8. Marmaton Valley kept scrapping back, and the Indians went ice cold offensively and couldn't score to save their life there in that second period. And Marmaton Valley scrapped their way back into a 19-18 lead.
Yeah, give Marmaton Valley credit, point lead. Indians kind of a tale of two quarters as far as shooting, Dan. The Indians, they shot 50% in the first quarter, but second quarter they cooled way off down to 9%, missed their last 8 shots in a row, which, makes it tough, and only scored 4 points that quarter. So, it's kind of the inconsistencies on offense kind of continues.
Yeah, 7:03 left to go here in halftime. Marmaton Valley up by one, 19-18. We're going to take another break. When we come back from that timeout, we're also going to have first half stats. And all you trying to listen on the live stream, I'm going to shut it down and start it again. I hear it's freezing up pretty bad. Line for a minute, and we'll try to get it back up online, so you have to rejoin it. 6:37 left to go here at halftime, 19-18. Marmaton Valley leads. We'll be back after this 2-minute timeout. Let's St. Paul